I'm going to zoom up on that. I'm going to take my pen tool. And I guess, you know, we can actually put it on the same layer of the canopy. Alright. So I'm going to create a little line there. We'll go right there. There. Whoops. Let's go ahead and create that. Something like that. And then let's just close it off and give it a fill. And no stroke. Just to kind of give the illusion. That looks good enough. Let's go ahead and zoom out of this. Take my pan tool. All right, let's look. Let's see what else we can work on here. I'm gonna highlight this again, bring it down. Notice I'm constantly doing the same pattern over and over. All right, I'm thinking. Let's do his eyes, or you know, at least the front windshields. Then we'll create the eyes. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to my layers here. And, you know, obviously this is going to be on top of the body, you know, and, you know, in case the eyes do go under the nose, but it doesn't, but we're going to leave it under the nose on top of the body. I'm going to create a new layer, and we're going to call this, I guess we can call eyes or windshield. We know they're going to eventually be eyes, so let's create a layer called eyes. Let's go to our pen tool. Oops, make sure we're not, make sure I'm deselecting that before I switch that stroke, because if I would have had it selected when I switched, it would have changed everything, and that would have been a mess. Alright, so we got our stroke now, pen tool. I'm on my eyes layer. I'm going to start my first point here. Click here. I'm going to reset that pivot. Get over here. Reset that pivot by hitting Alt. Hitting Alt again, and I'm going to close that off. Alright, let's do the same thing as usual. Let's take that. Let's click on the fill, add it. And now I'm going to take this, edit, copy, edit, paste in front. Let's go ahead and give that a gray layer. Do we want to go gray, or should we go, you know what, actually we're going to give that a white top and no stroke. Alright, so I'm going to reset this so you can see what's going on. Alright, so what we have here is a, you know, we got a black and white graphic on top. I'm going to go ahead and, you know, let's zoom up on this just a bit. And I'm going to take my direct selection tool here, and I'm just going to reposition these. Give it a little variation. That looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Let's highlight everything again. Looks like we missed a tongue. There we go. Alright, I'm going to bring it right back down. Let's do the second. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and keep that on the same layer as well. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom up. Let's take our pen tool, or our, you know, stroke. Let's take off the fill. Let's go to our pen tool. Start a new point here. Bring it down. Let's go ahead and, you know what, we're gonna let that one go inwards a little bit. And then out. That looks good enough. Alright, same thing. We're gonna take this. Let's add a fill to it. Oops, make sure you double click that. That's, you know, that works. Add a fill. Let's take that layer, edit, copy, edit, paste in front, and we are going to make that white now, the fill white. And let's go ahead and take off that stroke. Go back to our white selection or direct selection. Let's zoom on here so I can get a little more accurate, or get a little more, a little more control. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's give it some line variation here. Maybe I want that to be a little, yeah, something like. Well, let's bring that back just a tad bit. Let's bring that in. No, you know what? Let's leave that so it goes thicker and points out thinner there. And let's go. You know, we can actually raise this no, let's raise this one just a bit, just like that. I think that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and zoom out. I'm going to go ahead and highlight everything again, reset it. All right. Not too bad, not too bad. You know, I don't like, to be honest, I don't like how that zooms out. Or, I mean, not zooms out, but bolds out. So we are going to actually restructure that just a tad bit. I'm going to go ahead and take this, move it off the outside. Whoops. Let's take that pen tool. Let's have it bold down just like that. That's much more better, I think. We'll take this guy, place him right back where we had him. Let's get him with our arrow key. There we go. That's a little bit more. That's it. And then we're going to take that and we're going to actually go something like that. Let's tighten it up a little bit. There we go. Much better, I think. All right, we're going to zoom out. Yeah, I like that better. All right, let's go ahead and figure out how we're going to do these eyes here. So I'm going to highlight everything. Let's bring it back down. Now, he kind of has two portions of the eye, so we're going to create another section here. We're going to build these eyes almost like in 3 parts. So go to my layers and see where I'm at. We have our eyes there. I guess we could try to build everything on the same layer. Sometimes it's good to create a new layer just so you have control, but I think we can do this just on this layer. All right, so let's take our pen tool here, and we're gonna get a stroke and no fill. All right, so I'm gonna click right about here, then here. Looks pretty good. We're gonna follow the contour of this just a bit. Oops. Let's make sure we're getting control of this. There we go. Let's continue that. Alt. There we go. And then I'm just gonna kind of match that up just a bit. That pan back up there. There we go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take that, add a fill to it, and then we are gonna take this part, edit, copy, edit, paste in front, and of course we're gonna sample that white. There we go. Let's go ahead and bring this back a bit, reset everything again. Just, you know, I always like to see what's going on. All right, let's I'm gonna zoom up on this little area, and let's give ourselves some line variation. I think that's working. We could probably make this a little bit thicker. All right, I like that. I like that. I wonder if we can actually bring that back just a tad bit. There. Very, very cool. All right. Except for I kind of want that to match up. This little portion right here to match up with that one. So I'm going to actually tuck that back just a bit. There, much better. Sometimes it's all about the details. All right, let's go ahead and let's work on the last portion of the eye, or this side. We're gonna do the same thing, just so I know what I'm tracing. I'm sorry if this moves around a bit. Let's zoom out of that. Pan tool. All right, let's take our pen tool again. We are checking our layers. I'm still on the same layer. Let's make sure I deselect that. There we go. Let's have no fill. There we go. We're gonna basically I think that'll work. Oops, let's be a little more accurate. You know, kind of keep it consistent like the other one. So there we go. Click here. I'm gonna reset that. I'm gonna go to that anchor. Reset that. Alt. Close it off. Looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and give that a fill. Alright. Let's take that. Edit, copy, edit, paste in front. Let's give that a white fill and let's turn off that stroke. Take our magnifying glass, kind of zoom up on here, and let's take our white arrow and then let's add some line variation here. I think that's working. Let's add a little more over here. No, let's take it from the handle. And you know what, let's take it from this handle as well. Nope. Let's grab that anchor and just there we go. Okay, I'm liking that. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Let's go ahead and take our black arrow, highlight everything, reset everything. Take a good look at it. You know, I want a little more thickness right around here, just to kind of match that eye. And let's grab that point. Let's just bring it in a little bit. Remember, see how it snaps and you feel like you're not getting control? Snap. I guess we do got the snaps off. There, oh, okay. I guess I wasn't snapping there. There we go. Let's that looks a little better. Something's bugging me over here. Better not mess with that. That looks pretty good. Let's zoom out and make sure everything's okay. Oh, I see. Well, let's definitely match these a little bit, make them a little bit thicker. I'm being a little picky here. Oops. There. Much better. All right. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Everything looks pretty good. All right, next we're going to do is the eyeballs.